starts in your kitchen, and it's not on my prescription pad, and it's not on my OR table. It's really in your kitchen, in your home. And so I've become a big advocate for this and other products that we have now to offer from Modere, because I'll extend it. Not only starts in your kitchen, it starts in your home. What you put in your mouth and what you have in your environment will dictate how well you live. And so it's really important.
Dr. Fraser?
Well, I had the opportunity to learn about liquid biocell originally from Teresa and Richard Hollywell, who were friends and brought me in to visit Asma when she was with Jusuru and David Simney and Susan Park, who was the scientific advisory panel for the liquid biocell. And so I had an opportunity to look at the science behind the products. I get approached by a lot of different companies and products, and I really have to stand behind something that I believe in, because it's my reputation. And as Asma mentioned, I have a pretty good scientific background working with Louis Nero, Nobel Prize winner, and other studies. So I always look at things at a scientific background. And I had the opportunity to grow up in a plastic surgery family, so I've seen this since I was a little kid. And back in the day when my dad would do a facelift or something, he'd send the patients off and they'd come back 20, 30 years later needing skin cancer or something when they were older. But now people want to, not only do they want to look good, they want to feel good. And just to kind of look at the demographics now, when the recession, everybody's got to work longer now, so they want to be very competitive with younger folks. So a lot of people are coming now to get cosmetic surgery so they can be viable in the business field, so they want to keep looking good. And most of the baby boomers now, you look at your grandparents, when they were like 50, they looked like they were 90. So now you got people in their 80s that are active, that are like skiing, biking, just really want to have an active life, and they want to look as good as they feel. So that's where, like I think Kathy talking about wellness and just making people, they look better. So anyway, I looked at the science behind the products, and I looked at the pictures, and it's very compelling that this was certainly going to improve the way people looked and prolong and make my work look better. And kind of the analogy I give people is like, if you go get body work done on your car, you spend a lot of money to make it look good, but you don't wash and wax it for 15 years, it's not going to look very good. So you really need to do something that's going to improve your body. So now, with all the modern science and biophysiology, people are actually turning to the science of their own bodies to renew what's in it, and that's what liquid biocell comes in. And it's interesting, I just went to a skincare company talk, and a product that they had was basically liquid biocell for the skin, and they were all excited because I told them, look, I got this product for the inside, this is going to do even better. I mean, not just your skin, your entire body. So they were very excited about that. So it's something I share with my patients, and everybody that I do surgery on, about 2 weeks after surgery, maybe a week to 2 weeks, I give them a case of liquid biocell, because that's built into my practice, because I'm that strong with the practice that I think it's going to help them feel better. And just as an aside, I don't start them on life before surgery, because it's very packed with antioxidants. A lot of antioxidants make you bleed and bruise more. So I don't start them with that. I think if you wanted to start somebody on the Pure, I don't think that would be a problem, because it doesn't have all the superfoods in it. So I really embrace the liquid biocell, because it's not only just for looking good. There's a lot of studies now in wound healing that I do a lot of, that are using placental membranes and amniotic cord, or umbilical cord, and amniotic fluid to help heal. And one company did a study. Well, let me step back a second. When you do surgery on somebody, you always get a scar. But if you go in intrautero and take the fetus out and it has a cleft lip, you do surgery, put it back in, when it is born, it doesn't have a scar. So the question is it the timing or the milieu? And they actually did a study on the amniotic fluid, and guess what they found? They found that there was a heavy chain branch of hyaluronic acid in there that had a very powerful anti-inflammatory effect. So hyaluronic acid absorbs about 1,000 times its weight in water. So the body only has 15 grams of hyaluronic acid. So if you multiply that out, that's about 20 pounds of water that's responsible for pumping your body up. So it's not magic. I think part of it is that it's a super sponge. It's in every cell in the body, but it has the anti-inflammatory effect. So you get the anti-inflammatory effect of the hyaluronic acid, you get the superfruits, you have the collagen, and the chondroitin sulfate. So it's a win-win situation. And in addition to my patients looking good, a lot of them come back and they're more, enamored with the fact that their joints feel better. So it goes both ways.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I've been a veterinarian for 40 years. I've own 5 veterinary practices. I have 5 adult children. I started music, playing piano at age 5, and I continue to write music. I probably have more pets using liquid biocell PET than I have pets using non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medicine. You have no idea what a powerhouse the liquid biocell PET is and what it can do for your pets, cats and dogs and horses. I've seen it all. I've used the product now in my office almost 4 years. Hundreds of bottles. I think I've passed 1,000 bottles so far. And the feedback that I get is real, because pets don't lie. And they don't. If they don't come and greet you when you get home, you know something is wrong. You reach for the liquid biocell. It does things unimaginable. If you think that it's just for joints and skin, it goes way beyond that. And I'm here today to share all that with you. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Lisa DeRosimo. It's an honor and a blessing to be here today. I've been with Jasuru since 2010. I was one of the early joiners, thanks to Lauren Robin. Thank you, Lauren, and my dear assistant, Madeline Sabatello, who brought me in and showed me a pile of research this big and said, this is something we need to look at. Not as this an incredible, unique product, it is a company that is really on the rise. And look at you all here today. What an incredible testimony to how great a product and what a great line we have. I specialize in weight management and wellness. My company is called Weight and Wellness. So when I looked into it and saw all the science with randomized controlled double-blind studies that showed that this was a product that could help us age with grace, I was very, very interested, and I've been with them since the very beginning and seen them grow. I've seen the product line grow and all of us grow young as it did, because we're taking something that is the body's own natural mirror. Your body recognizes it as self, and it takes it up and it slows the aging process. It really helps your joints and helps your skin. It helps you age more gracefully. So we're going to share with you this morning all of the wonderful benefits of this product that you want to be taking for the rest of your life.
Thank you all. And maybe we should start there, is just maybe describe some of the benefits that you've seen in either your patients, your interactions with other people as well, or yourself, and maybe a difference between sport or skin, or like you mentioned some things about pure versus life.
Well, everyone has its unique benefits. You know, the Life was the only product we had when I joined the company. And I was really attracted to the resveratrol, which I was already taking in very high doses for heart health, as well as the antioxidants, which, you know, I give to my ICU patients because we have good data that shows that high-dose antioxidants really improve outcome in the sickest of patients, which is normally not what happens with different therapies we employ. So I really like the Life as the general starting point for everybody. The Sport I love because of the addition of the tart cherry, which is a very, very potent anti-inflammatory, on par, published data on par with non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. But it's not going to tear up your stomach and have maybe some of the other untoward effects that less natural substances can have. The Sport is also NSF certified for sport. So if you're an athlete that gets drug tested, you can be sure that it's free of any toxins or any testable substances, and the facility is NSF certified as well. The skin is great because especially I think for our younger age groups that may not have appreciated any joint discomfort, the skin targets skin directly and has special additives that augment the biocells improvement of your wrinkles and skin tone and elasticity. And then the Pure I love is I'm a low carb, high fat person. I'm a nutritional ketosis person, so I really watch carbohydrate intake, and the Pure is pure. And also for people that might have a inability to process sugars, right? 2 out of 3 people is pre-diabetic in this country. And people that can't have sugars or may have an allergy to some of the fruits or other additives in the product, that's a great alternative. So I really take all of them. I mostly take pure. Sometimes I have a little, make myself an ice pop with the Life or the Sport just for fun, you know. And then I drink a lot of the Sport when I'm training harder and I need more of that anti-inflammatory benefit.
Well, as I said, I'm in an aesthetic practice, so I mean, I really am enamored with the fact that it's going to help plump up your skin and make you look better. And the pictures that you see on the website aren't magic. I mean, it's really because of the effect that the hyaluronic acid absorbs the water. But a lot of my patients, I'll give you a couple anecdotal stories. I have a friend that got her mother started on it, and she goes, "Yeah, my mom can sleep at night now that she's on the Life." I said, "It's probably juju berry, which is a relaxation berry." She goes, "No, her foot doesn't hurt anymore." And she was gonna sell her house, but now she can walk up and down the stairs. I have another patient that I started that all my athletes, you know, golfers, equestrians, bike riders, and everything, have really sun-damaged skin. So I had this patient that kind of looked like a wrinkly prince, so I thought it'd be a good idea to get her started on Life. And so she came in, and she's a golfer. She's always worn her golf gloves. And she came in, and she doesn't wear a golf glove anymore because her wrist doesn't hurt. But then she had some gum surgery called a pinhole technique, where they lower the gums. And the oral surgeon commented that he thought that she healed up much faster than a lot of patients didn't know that she was on the BioCell. So there's a lot of other anecdotal things that my patients resonate with. And so, like I said, everybody after surgery, I put them on it, and most of my folks really enjoy it.
So we all know that liquid BioCell for pets is not a drug, it's a nutraceutical. So that means that it doesn't have any bad effects to your liver or kidney, as do the NSAIDs. So these pets that need an anti-inflammatory to help with their joints and their skin don't really need to have to have a blood test that might be required when you're using other drugs for those conditions. So that's excellent, because each one of you can actually talk about it to your friends who have pets who might need this. It doesn't have to go through a doctor's office. It doesn't need a prescription. The two ingredients, the hyaluronic acid and the collagen, work the same way in pets as it does in people. So it has its anti-inflammatory action, but the HA, the hyaluronic acid, is what lubricates the joints. And we need that. As the patient gets older, as the pets get older, as we get older, we don't produce enough of the HA to help with our joints. And so that cushion that lies within your joints and within the bursa of your knee and your elbow, etc., starts to decrease. And when it does, the two bones that it's helped preventing coming together starts to come together, because that cushion is decreasing. And so when bone rubs against bone, it hurts. And when bone rubs against bone, it causes some tremendous degenerative changes in the joint. So in my practice, I see so many of these patients who come in, and if they're lame or they hurt themselves, I will put them right on the liquid BioCell. And the first thing that people notice about their pets is that their skin starts to look better. Well, that's really true. The skin starts to become more hydrated, the coat is more shiny, they shed less. I don't know if it works for men, but they shed less and they look better, but then they start to actually walk better. I had a woman who had a cat who really, the cat ruptured its ACL, and to avoid surgery, we put the cat on liquid BioCell. And then a month later, when she came in, she said, "I couldn't find my cat. I couldn't find my cat." And she looked all over the house, and she looked behind the washer and the dryer, or in the bedroom and under the bed. And to her surprise, the cat was on top of the refrigerator. And she said, "Oh my God, this must be the liquid BioCell that allowed this cat to jump." And so I get this feedback from people in my office. They come in and they're just so happy that they have the stuff. that, they call it the stuff. The stuff is great. So we have Stuff BioCell for pets. It's been really rewarding for me to make pets feel better with less discomfort and to look great. We are in the Beverly Hills of Orange County. They have to look great.
Let me go back to the basics. All of the collagen products have a combination of highly bioavailable collagen and hyaluronic acid. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the body and it's stronger than steel. So if you think about it, we're starting to age from the moment we're born and we're starting to break down things faster than we can make them up. From about the age of 5, you start to lose hyaluronic acid in the body, and from about the age of 30 or so, the collagen starts to fall off. So when we're drinking in the most absorbable collagen and hyaluronic acid in the world, which is patented and belongs only to us, then we're slowing the aging process down. Your body is taking up just what it needs in the right proportions to the joints and the skin to slow the aging process. It not only gives you the building blocks, it slows the enzymes that are breaking down the collagen and hyaluronic acid in the cells as it is, and it stimulates your cells to make more on their own, so your body can naturally make more collagen and hyaluronic acid. I have my patients come in and the first thing I do is sit down and listen to what they have to say. And all of you in this room can use the same technique. When you're listening to what people are saying, they can tell you everything that they need. Many times people are hurting in many ways that wouldn't come out if you're not listening to what they're saying. When you hear their story, then you can offer more easily, try this product. I myself use it. My family members use it. I have great faith and confidence in it because I've seen the results, not only in controlled randomized studies for me as a scientist, as well as personally in my life and in my practice. That's a great way to open the door to give them something that is one of a kind in the world. Over the 7 years I've been with this business, you didn't really know much about collagen and hyaluronic acid then. Look at all the copycats that are on the market now. Whenever anyone puts something out, it's our studies that they're using because they're already out in PubMed. We have the data and we have the product. So if you keep that in mind, that you have a one-of-a-kind, unique, made in the United States, highly absorbable product, then it's going to be able to share with people more readily.
Just to follow up on what Lisa said, this is the liquid biocell is a naturally occurring matrix. This isn't something that's blended where they put a little bit of hyaluronic acid, chondroitin, sulfate, and collagen. It's naturally occurring, so it's more recognized by self, and so the absorption is better. There are some knockoff companies that are just putting mixtures together, so it's not the same product.
Yes, that was a beautiful explanation, and you would be surprised, however, that what I say to people about how do I share this product, I don't give them a biochemistry lesson. All of this we're telling you is so you have confidence in the product and know that the science is there. But if you listen to people, as Dr. Lisa suggested, what they'll tell you is why they want to feel better. And so what I tell people is, they say, what is it? I said, that's the fountain of youth. There's a younger you inside that bottle. Because they don't want to hear, most people don't want to hear about collagen, hyaluronic acid, and molecular weight and everything. It just puts me to sleep, puts them to sleep. But it's what that will mean for them. Because what we're doing is creating the same milieu in your body that you had years ago. And people and my friends will say to me, say, why don't you do triathlon with me? Oh, I can't run anymore because of my knees. I wish I could run. I said, but you can. I wish I could do it, but you can. Aging is really a fallacy. And it's a fallacy that gets us into a position to feel like we need procedures and we need pharmaceuticals. But what we have is you give your body back what it used to have, what you're using up, what you're naturally using, then it thrives. I mean, you are all Olympic athletes at the cellular level. Think about a nursery in a hospital. All of those babies, we all have the same proteins, we have the same cells, we have the same mitochondria, the same cellular mechanisms, and yet here you are, as I was, believing that we are going to get older. Time is passing, but we have the opportunity. It's like a car, right? What happens if you have a Maserati, and that's how you have to think of your body. You're not going to go put leaded gas in a Maserati. So it's what you put in your mouth, and this is what you have to put in your mouth. Give it back to your body. It's like giving your body a gift every day. So listen to what people say, because what they want is what we have, and that's what you just have to communicate.
Thank you. Okay, one last question. We have about 1 minute left, so maybe that would be about 15 seconds each on this. But go no. We're a Live Clean company, and you care about BioCell because you care about the best in health and wellness. What does Live Clean mean to you, and what does all the different plethora of products that we have now? Being chemical free, you know the smart score that we're about to launch, and identifying how great the different products are too. What does Live Clean mean to you, and how does that tie in?
Every decision counts. Every small decision you make about what you put in your mouth and what you have in your environment contributes over the long term to your state of wellness. So just keep that in mind and make good choices.
I think Live Clean means purity, health, and longevity.
Speaking for our pets, they all sleep in our bed. So if you're using the scented stuff that goes in your dryer, those scents, the smells, the perfumes, get into their nose and causes a lot of inhalant conditions, allergic conditions demonstrated either by swelling, runny eyes, or bad skin, just from that. So Modera has pods, the laundry detergent pods that are amazing. Think about that. It also works for us, it's going to work for your pet. Keep those allergens down.
Live Clean means safety and confidence. You can trust in the products you're giving. We have the scientific evidence and we have the personal experience. So we know that these are things that are going to be good for us for the long run.
Thank you. Are they incredible or what? Can we hear it for College of Sciences? What goes in you, on you, and around you. And in so many ways, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your